Well, hello, world again. I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to take a moment to share some thoughts about the current state of our elected officials and the impact of their decisions on us as citizens. I recently came across a rather astonishing moment during a public hearing where Hank Johnson, a sitting congressman, expressed a misunderstanding so profound that it raised serious questions about the competence of those that we elect. His inquiry about how the island of Guam potentially capsizing because of an increase in Marine presence was startling.
Fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize. We don't.
This was in an open hearing. This isn't an isolated incident. There are many in Congress whose grasp of fundamental facts seems to be questionable. As someone with a legal background, I've seen firsthand how this lack of basic understanding can seep into the laws that govern us. We often look back at those archaic laws from the 17th and 18th centuries with disbelief, yet it seems we are still unwittingly producing similarly misguided legislation today, often to benefit corporations or politicians' personal interest. It feels as though politicians rely on voter apathy to get away with these actions, assuming we only care when an issue affects us directly. Election after election, we tend to stick with familiar names, often voting for incumbents regardless of their effectiveness. This has led to a political landscape where many representatives have been in office for decades, making backdoor deals that don't serve the public interest. In my own voting practices, I generally avoid candidates who have served more than 2 terms, including judges. It's time we seriously consider term limits across the board to break this cycle. We've seen corporate profits soar while working class struggles more than ever. It's disheartening to realize that regardless of party affiliation, too many are caught up in the same old game, prioritizing personal interest over public service. Having worked in the federal government, I've witnessed the facade of opposing sides collaborating behind closed doors while the public is fed a carefully crafted narrative that serves the politicians' interest. The media plays a significant role in this, often presenting events through distinctly partisan lenses, which distracts us from the real issues at stake. I believe it's crucial for us, as engaged citizens, to focus on the common ground that we share rather than divisive topics that keep us at odds. Our nation was founded on the principle that people should guide the government, not the other way around. It's time we reclaim that vision and hold our representatives accountable. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts.